So now we're doing 5 mean smoothing, very similar to 3 mean smoothing, but we're going to use 5 numbers instead of 3 numbers. So before we were doing 3 mean smoothing and it ended up being centered here, and we lost the first data point, and our last one ended up being centered here, so we lost a data point. So we got a slightly smoother graph, something like this. The idea is now we're going to use a bigger selection, but we're going to lose more data points. I'll get this a bit of a mess, but we should end up with a flatter graph. So the idea is the more numbers you include, the smoother it gets, but the more lossy you get as well. So let me just clear up all this mess and let's start from the beginning. So we're going to grab our first 5 data points, which are centered here. We have no data here, no data here. We can't make a group of 5 centered there. So our first one is there. And we're going to say 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. 16 divided by 5 is 3.2. So we're going to call that 3. We're going to round it off. Then we choose another color. Let's choose green. And we're going to move, because remember it's a moving mean. And we grab the next 5. And that's going to be centered here. So we're still going to move 1 across. 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 1 is 11, plus 0 is still 11. Divide that by 5, you get about 2.2, so we're going to call it 2, because I'm just doing some rounding. Let's do the next one, and we'll do that in blue. So we grab all those 5. It's now centered here. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Plus 0 is still 9, plus 2 is 11, and we get, well, 2 again. And let's do a purple loop. And so that purple loop, which is centered here, you've got 3 plus 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3. That's 9, is it? So we divide 9 by 5, we get roughly 2 again, if you round it off. Trust me, I'm rounding here. Let's go back to, let's do orange. Let's do orange. We got the last 5 here. That's centered here. And so we've got 1 plus 0, which is 1, plus 2, which is 3, plus 3, which is 6, plus 1, which is 7. 7 divided by 5, that's about 1 if we round that off. And we've lost a data point here and lost a data point here. So that's roughly our numbers. So you can see this, they're quite smooth. We're getting a lot of 3, 2, 2, 2, 1 now. So it's much smoother than it was before. Now, last time we had the 3 mean smoothing, which is that one I've highlighted in yellow. It's the blue one highlighted in yellow. But now we've gotten a bit smoother. And you can see the line is shorter. We've got this green line, which I'm highlighting now. And you see it's shorter because we started here and we finished here, and we lost some 2 data points and 2 data points. So we've only got a limited number of data points in this box here. But you can see it's actually flatter. Each time you smooth it, it is getting flatter. And we'll show you the graph that again in a minute. Okay, so this is my X, this is my Y. This is my 3 mean smoothing from last time. You don't have to do this, but I'll show you. It's actually quite useful just to leave it in your calculator. And so we're going to start this time. And remember, we don't want the first 2 because we're doing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our 5. And we're centering over to here. So we're looking at cell D3 and we press our equals button. And again, we want a mean, so it's calc, list statistics, and you select mean. And we want to start at B1, and you just click and drag your pen down till you get to B5. So it should be B1 to B5. Remember last time it was B1 to B3. We're getting bigger now, so it's B1 to B5 because B5, 5 mean smoothing. There's a connection. And there's our correct value, 3.2. Okay, we still want to fill down again. So remember, click back on the 3.2 and then pressing down, drag and make the box to here. So now you've selected D3 to D7. And we're going to click Edit, Fill Range. And again, so make sure you selected the right cells. So if you selected D3, D7, you should end up with that B1 to B5. Click OK. And here are our 5 moving mean smoothed values. Okay, let's graph them again. We're going to get graph line, and clustered. We did select all that range. You can see the box there. That was box B1 to D9. So you should get in the hang of selecting a big box of those things. So we're going to compare the unsmooth data, which is this column, to the 3 mean to the 5 mean. That's what we're doing. So just to remind ourselves, we have got here is unsmoothed in blue. It's the raw data, as people like to say. The red is the 3 mean. And the green, as you can see, it's flatter but also shorter, is the 5 mean. And we're all done.